Hello everyone and welcome to my Troll Slayer. Now for trolls there is a few different options you can do depending on your quest points and depending on your combat level and stats. So trolls will basically be given to you at any Slayer level. They don't have a Slayer level requirement to kill them, and a lot of different masters will give them. I know Neve, Steve, and Duradel will give them to you. So just as a quick little easy task, this guide will help you out. So for gear, you basically can just use Proselyte. I'm going to use Bandos just because I like to use Bandos for my Slayer, but Proselyte works, or Initiate, or you can just wear Rune or anything else that you have. It doesn't really matter what kind of armor you wear, especially for the low level ones. For the high level ones, I kind of definitely do recommend a prayer armor just because you'll save a little bit of money, or Bandos just so you'll save a little bit of time and get more XP per hour because it has a higher strength bonus. But anything you can wear, basically a whip or a Dragon Scimitar are basically your best weapons you'll be wanting to use here, in my opinion. But obviously a rapier if you have it, but like a lot of people don't have that. So let's just say a whip or a Dragon Scimitar. So we're going to be going to the low level ones first. Now it's optional to bring a cannon for either of these. I don't recommend doing the high level ones without a cannon. I only recommend doing the high level ones if you have a cannon. And if you have not got a cannon, then you can just do the low level ones without a cannon. But even those low level ones, I do like doing them with a cannon as well. So I'm going to go show you how to get to and how to do the low level ones. So I have a max cape, so I can just teleport to the Warriors Guild. But if you don't have a max cape, obviously you can get to the Warriors Guild very easily. There's a minigame home teleport to Birth Rope. Just use that one. Go to the games room, or you can use the games necklace to go to the games room. Doesn't really matter, but basically just get to the games room. Once you're at the games room, which is right here, you'll teleport right around this area. And once you have, basically just go over here, over to near the Warriors Guild, and then go north of it. Now, if you don't have Protect from Missiles, you will take a little bit of damage here, so I highly recommend getting it, which is right here, level 40 prayer requirement. So right here at this danger sign, you want to pray range protection. Pray range protection and just continue running east slightly, and you will get attacked by a lot of troll throwers. Once that's happening, just keep praying range and running up the hill. Once you're up here and you're into the area a little bit, you can turn your protection from range off. Stand roughly around here and place your cannon if you have it. If you don't have a cannon, then just attack the trolls. But if you have a cannon, place it, and there you go. You'll now attack only, it's not multi-way, so you only attack the one you have, and a few others out here will be out of range, so you can attack them, but it's just a waste of cannonballs in my opinion. But these ones will get attacked a little bit faster. You can walk under your cannon if you want, so that the one you're attacking, obviously, you know, you can just click on this and then it'll attack the one you're attacking, and also so it'll attack a bunch of other ones until they attack you. Or you can just stand over here. It doesn't really matter, but where you stand. But basically just have your cannon out and attack one, and there you go. Easy as heck. Now, for the high level one, it's so much more XP per hour, so if you have the requirements for this, and when I say high level, I don't mean super high level, I just mean you have to have a few quests in order to get to them. So you basically need to have the Nezinot quests completed. So once you have that completed, teleport to the Relica house portal. You can do this with a teleport tab, or you can do this with max cape, or you can just essentially run from Relica, or from Camelot all the way up to Relica. Once you're in Relica house portal, you can just run up north a little bit and then just run to the dock to take you to the Fremnik Isles. So just run up this way and you can go to Jititso or Nezinot. I just go to Jititso, and it seems like I'm out of run. So one second. Let me just stamina boost really quick. So for these, I highly recommend wearing Bracelets of Slaughter, by the way, because they are such a good task. You want to extend them, and that's what the Bracelets of Slaughter do. So once you're on the dock, just run north to where the bank area is and continue through the city. Use the bank if you have to get gear and whatnot. Make sure you have a cannon for these. Do not do these without a cannon because it's just so much better. Like, these are not worth doing without a cannon, in my opinion. I mean, you could. It's still better XP, but like, it's also AFK because it's multi-way. But basically get over here and you can pray either range or melee. I Personally, I do prefer to pray melee, just because a lot of them will melee you, but some of them will range you. It just depends. So when you're setting up your cannon, just turn your auto retaliate off, and then set up your cannon right in that square. Runelight marks it for you. It's the best place to set it up, and these ones will actually profit. Well, you can profit or pay for your cannonballs. It really just depends on your RNG. Once you've done all that, you can now turn your auto retaliate on. Now, whatever you're taking more damage in, that's what you pray. It really just depends. Like, a lot of them will melee you more than will range you, in my opinion. So there's one ranging me, and I'm taking a little bit of damage, but there's a bunch of other ones that are meleeing me. So I think that it's better to have protection from melee, but make sure you have food, and the bank is not very far from here. But as you can see, you're getting so much XP per hour because of the amount of kills you're getting per hour. So just basically run and attack any of the ones you can. They'll spawn back and attack them, and these guys help you attack them as well, which is crazy. And that's pretty much it. You just attack them, and they have really good chances of dropping really good items. You can get rune shields, you can get granite shields, you can get Renar seeds, you can get really good drops from these, and so they're really good to do, and I highly recommend doing these over the other ones if you have access to them. Not very high requirements, but in total they are worth doing. And like I said, you do want to use a cannon here, but if you don't have a cannon and you don't want to spend money on a cannon, or you're an Iron Man, you could technically do these without a cannon. I just think that with a cannon it's so much easier and so much better XP, and in general just a faster task. I mean, you're using these to make your tasks longer, but it's faster in the sense that, like, you're getting the same XP that you would normally be getting for a faster time. More XP per hour is always better to get. They drop adamant full helms too, which is also a good alchable. So you could bring alch runes if you really wanted to. I guess for an Iron Man it's worth it. For me, I'm not going to bother picking those up, but if you are a lower level, that's still a really good amount of money that you can just make back from your cannonballs, or if you're not using cannonballs. Now, if you're not using cannonballs, you will still take a lot of damage here, so just be aware of that. They are multi-way. But as you can see, I am taking a lot of damage, and substantially so. I can just eat a food here and there, and I can get back a lot of my HP. And when I do that fully, I'll just run over to the bank. So I can keep my cannon running, so I'll just fill it up, and it dropped a head as well, which is really good if you're an Iron Man or a low level. You can get some prayer XP from that. So I'm just running to the bank now. So I'm going to turn my prayer off. And as you can see, I'm still getting XP drops because my cannon is running. So I can still get Slayer and range XP. Won't get obviously melee XP, but I'm still getting range XP, which is really nice. And I'll just run over here, and there's the bank. Click on the bank, and you can then take out your food. Although if you are worried about how much money you can make doing this, so if you do the high level ones, and this is with a cannon, by the way, I had a cannon, but if you don't have a cannon, this is how many of the loot I ended up with at the end. So if I just go to the price check, you can see that this task didn't take me very long, by the way, maybe like 10 minutes or something like that. And I ended up with 300,000, or well, I guess these are technically part of the loot too, so 330,000. So I had a cannon, so obviously, you know, when I say 10 minutes, that was with the cannon, and like that's just breaking me even for the most part. Maybe like 50 or 60K profit. And you have to remember, I didn't pick up any of the alks, like adamant full helms, or some of the herbs that are like 1 or 2K. So if you picked up everything and the bank's not that far and you ran it back, you could probably expect to be making around 500K an hour without a cannon here, which is pretty nice. So like I said, this isn't for money, this guide specifically, but like 500K an hour you could probably be making here, which is really nice. Like with a cannon, the number's gonna look like it's 2 mil an hour, but in reality you're also spending probably around a mil of that an hour on a cannon or something. But if you have a cannon, use it. If not, and you want to make some money, 500K an hour doing these, not bad. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video guide helped you out, and if it did, please give this video a like. Also, be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I have more Slayer guides planned to come out whenever I get the tasks to do those Slayer tasks, and also I have a lot of money making guides in mind of making as well. And also, Slayer guides are also money making guides in a way, which is always good. It depends obviously on how you're doing the Slayer guide. Obviously, if you do cannon these, you're gonna not make money, you're gonna break even if at best, but still they're good money if you do want to do them without it being it for, with a cannon for your Slayer task if you want to do them off task. I don't recommend it because it's not as efficient as other ways you could make money, but you could. Every single task, for the most part, will profit you in one way, shape, or form. So essentially, these are money-making guides, but I'm focusing more on the impact to being Slayer related than I am on money. But I do make money-making guides as well. So please subscribe if you want to see any type of guide from me. Also, post in the comment what Slayer tasks you want me to make a guide for. Also, post in the comments if you want any specific guides to different content in the game, because I'm open to making a whole wider range of different guides. So just leave in the comments what kind of guides you want, and I'll work on those ones specifically. I want to please as many of you guys as I possibly can. So like I said, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.